Welcome to Deep River Farm, folks. I appreciate you joining me here this morning for today's update on things that are going on in Western North Carolina. We've got some news off of the French Broad River, but first I want to go through and let you know how things are going with the helping hands as the Central Global Methodist Church is helping folks that are not getting help anywhere else. They've fallen through the cracks. They're having a very difficult time navigating the issues of being able to rebuild and things. And they're basically getting the runaround from insurance and things like this. And these folks have got to live and maintain a life up until they can get back into their house, whether the insurance company finally gives them any help or just drops them like a hot potato. But the family number one that we had talked with you about back a time ago, and we've been giving updates every month or two on things. This family is the one that in December, the monies needed were somewhere around $150,000 to get back into their home. And this was a guesstimate, so to speak. But so far, the monies have come through the Central Global Methodist Church there in Asheboro through you folks out there that have generously donated. And this is the family number one. They so far have received $41,500. And they've had to have an engineer come out and look at things. And this is from December. They had made a comment that he could see this was going to be an ordeal, basically. And they spent 2.5 hours doing all kinds of measurements. These were the engineers and tests, and said that the house structure was structurally sound and the home had not moved off of the foundation. And they needed to report all this information back to the insurance company. And that went on. And then in the first of the year, they're still waiting on the insurance to give the report back. So that hadn't took place at the 1st of December. They have called them. They've emailed them. They have not received any calls back. The contractors had sent them information that they had numbers for them. They didn't get into all the demolition and see how much damage has occurred. And we won't know a total estimate. This was the 1st of January. And then on the 5th, he gave an update, and he wanted to thank the church and Pastor Tim and Jan up at the Bethel Wesleyan Church that they had received their first check through Helping Hands to help pay for rent and things that they were needing. This family had lost quite a bit. And as of the 20th, their status was that the builders was working. They missed a few days due to the ice and the snow and so forth. They had also found that the ductwork was full of water in the house, and they were going to have to be replaced. So as things progressed for these folks, they were continuing to find issues that they didn't know they were going to run into. And that tends to be how things happen. In February, on the 26th, they had checked in with him, the Central Church, and they were the fella had the stomach flu, as well as the contractor. And the other builder had been sharing his time with the other homes that he was working on. There's a shortage of contractors up in the mountains, folks. So they had a lot of damage and few people with skills to do the work. They had to have a tree removed that was there beside the house. They were afraid was going to fall because the washing out and all that stuff had created what they thought was weak roots. So they had to have that tree taken down. That was $6,500 more. And so they got that taken care of. And on the 21st of March, they've done a great deal of work. They're having to do some repair work when they found they'd pulled up the carpet. they were getting to the point where the plumber could come in and hopefully in the next few days work on the bathroom. So on the 14th of April, as far as he knew, the contractors have sent more information and pictures to the insurance. There's a lot of work that was having to be done that was found during demo and other end of the house that the insurance will not cover because it was something they didn't know about until just recently. So now the insurance companies are saying, well, you didn't report this early enough, so we're not going to pay and take care of anything. And a lot of this has to do with the insurance companies slow to respond, and they wouldn't send anybody out, and the houses were beginning to get mold and things in them, and the people were having to cover the roofs and stuff, and there was no power. They couldn't dry the homes out. They would get the shovel and the mud and stuff out and try to remove all the stuff they could get out. But with little to no help. And volunteers, it's hard to find volunteers now. There was a lot of people in the beginning went up into the mountains to help these folks. And, those folks have to make a living as well. So they have to go back to their locations, their homes, and go back to their places of employments and businesses to continue as well. But money's continued to flow in through the Central Global Methodist Church through the Helping Hands Fund. We're going to have that link in the description. And but I wanted to give you an update for family number one. And we also wanted to bring some information to you off of the French Broad River while we're on here. 2 fishermen folks have found a body wrapped in debris and mud along the French Broad River. This took place on May the 4th. And the Woodfin Police Department has confirmed the person's death is not related to the tropical storm Helene. So they've been working closely. They say this person has been identified as a man that's 42 of Madison County. And they believe that he was reported missing in mid-December. And they'd been actively working to find this person. And now they have transitioned to a death investigation. So originally this person was thought to be storm-related, but now they're saying not. And they're saying he is not part of the missing after Helene. So a lot of people had thought this was going to be another person that had been recovered, but that is not the case. So, folks, I appreciate you joining me here today on Deep River Farm. I hope everybody has a blessed day.